Hello everyone, it's Carolyn or Miss Hacker's Classroom on TPT or Carolyn's Creative Classrooms on Facebook. I'm here to show you my kindergarten screening kit and how I use it in my classroom, how to assess the children, how to give parents feedback, and everything that's included so that you could see. Inside of the new TPT, I just uploaded the new version, and it includes this cover. It includes a 1-inch binder so that you may label it. Inside of the binder, I made sheets that are in color, and they are so that you can save copies, because I know as teachers we need to save that paper, and we're down to a budget where the paper's on low supply. So I made 6 kits because I have 6 teachers on my grade level, and these sheets you do not need to copy. You point to them, so you'll just say to the child, what color is this, what color is this, and then you'll mark it on your screening kit sheet, and then you'll mark it on the parent sheet, which I'll show you in a little bit. And this kit includes colors, uppercase, lowercase, letter sounds, and then for your high achieving kids, the ones that are reading, it will assess 5 basic beginning of the year, can they read? And we hope by the end of the year, obviously, that these kindergartners can read this, but you do have that higher achieving students that you really need to assess if they have those decoding skills or not. And so this sentence reading page is just for the kids that are a little bit faster, and you need to know that they read and you can move them along when they come to your class, so that they're not bored in the beginning of the year. But this is not expected beginning level kindergarten, but we assess it so that we know. There's number assessment, there's counting, so that you may take a manipulative and the child may move it into the 10 frame to help them count. So you can see one-on-one correspondence, you can see can they count orally. There's shapes, just the basic shapes, positional words, so you'll say find the pencil that's above, and then they'll point above the ball. Find the pencil that's below, and then they'll point. So that you see the positional words, if they can use, above and in, and then the parent resources. I'm not going to show too detail, but there are resources for every single skill that is assessed. Now, these sheets are ones that you'll point to and you will assess them. However, there's syllables, there's rhyming words that you'll do orally with a student that doesn't need any paper for you to copy. So the parent sheet, let's say the child needs help on onset and rhyme. There are puzzles that you may print and send home with the child, and these parent resources are in color and in black and white, so that you can make copies on the copier, or if you wanted the color version for the students to take home, like a little packet, you can make that as well. So there's parent resources based on where the child was assessed, and you only select the ones that the students need. Now, there are no sentence assessment resources because we're not expecting those students to be able to read. However, you may tell them to go to the library and check out some books to further their academic achievement. However, there is no resources for that. But there's letter sounds, there's alphabet, 11 different assessments. So there's 11 different parent resources for you to pull for the students. So the parent sheet looks like this. It looks exactly the same as the assessment that you are going to keep for your own, except for in a little less detail. So you have your colors, your onset, your rhyme that you're going to do orally. You have writing, whether they can write their first and last name, how are they holding the pencil, syllables, rhyming, your sentence reading, and then oral language. Can they follow 2-step directions? And then, did they participate in your conversation? Here you're going to mark off the letters, uppercase, lowercase, and the sounds. And then you have a scoring sheet here that you could see how many they know out of the 26. And then the next page is the math. Can they identify numbers 1 to 20? Can they orally count? And then that one-on-one correspondence if you give them manipulatives. Now, in my packet, I have included manipulatives that you may print off. There's some counting bears, there's counters. So if you don't have manipulatives, my TPT item does give you that resource to print off so that they can count. Your basic shapes, there are only 2D, not 3D, because we're not expecting them to know 3D shapes yet. Positional words, and then directions. Do they know their right and their left hand? So this is the assessment piece that you're going to give to the parents, and you're going to mark off which ones they got right. And then your assessment looks like this. I'm going to begin with their name, their date, and the date's very helpful so you know when they're screening, and their date of birth, because some do come fairly early on in the year, and sometimes being very young in kindergarten can affect how they screen. If you find out that they have any speech, ESOL, or ESE, or maybe they have an IEP, you can mark it there so that when you're screening, you know if they need a little extra help, because these sheets help build classes in my school. So any additional information without having to go to the CUME folder, it's easy to screen, and you can look through and really identify where the student needs. So when they're placed in your classroom, you already have a good amount of data, and you can start already not testing and being able to teach. Because as teachers, we hate testing. I get it. And we need to be able to go right from the get-go and be able to really teach. So the colors, the rhyme, writing, all of that is exactly the same in the parent, but there is some lines here for the child to write their full name. And that gives a good indication. You could see how they hold their pencil. Are they writing on the line? Are they above the line? Just gives you some really good assessment tool for you to assess these children. And same exact thing with the letters. It's just all in one for the teacher version. And this is the one that like I said, will go to the teacher so they know, and that helps us build classes as well, so that we don't have all the low kids in one classroom and we're able to spread out and really differentiate our instruction. So this is the teacher assessment, the parent assessment, and the kindergarten screening kit. And my store is on sale today for 20% off. Please, please, please let me know if you have any questions. I tried to give you as much information as I could. Have an awesome day, and happy Mother's Day, everyone. Bye-bye.